15-Minute Mondays, your kickstart to week high-energy 15-minute episode on the Success Blueprint. I'm your host, Daniel Greg Johnson. Let's get right into it. Hello everybody, welcome back on the Success Blueprint. It is 15-Minute Monday time. I hope that you had a fantastic weekend and welcome back to the show. Yes, you out there listening to me, I am very grateful that you are back and that you're giving me the airtime to talk to you for a couple of minutes and give you something with on the way that I've tried and tested myself. And today it's about 30 days of identity, intention and inner fire. I have a coaching program which is completed on my online platform. It's like an app that you can use from Mindworx Coaching, and it gives you a 30-day program to really rewrite what's happening in your life and live purposefully and intentionally. But here in this episode, I want to give you a shorter version of it so that you can take something away and use it and make the change if you are really ready for it. So what if your story you've been living was never really yours to begin with? This question I'll ask clients many times. This is usually the start of a groundbreaking journey, the start of a route of self-discovery and understanding how our lives have been shaped, not by ourselves, but by other people, and how you can reclaim your life and write your own narrative. So welcome to 15-Minute Mondays, where each week we pull back the curtain on how to live boldly, lead intentionally, and become who you were always meant to be. In this episode, we're throwing down a challenge, not a trend, not a hack, but a 30-day identity reset designed to burn away the noise, rewrite the script, and reignite your fire. And by the end of this episode, you walk away with a clear 5-step blueprint to radically redefine how you see yourself, how you show up, and how you live your purpose on purpose. Let's get right into it. So what's the problem that we face here? I see it in my coaching sessions with individuals, teams, leaders. People live on autopilot, and only when I start flicking the switches, that's when they actually recognize how deep they are in. They're running scripts written by someone else, parents, partners, culture, trauma, old beliefs, and then they call it life. They wake up tired, grind through days without intention, and go to bed wondering why nothing feels meaningful. Their goals? Not theirs. Their identity? Patchworked from expectations. Their fire? Flickering at best. And when they do try to change, they tweak habits, rearrange schedules, maybe even set big goals, but they never go deep enough to address the root, the story beneath it all. That's what it's about, that deeply rooted story that is usually not yours. That's why nothing sticks, because lasting change doesn't happen from the outside in, it happens from the inside out. So what's the cost and consequences living like that? Let's talk about what this really costs you. When you live out a false or outdated narrative, you sabotage your progress without understanding why. You attract people and opportunities that don't match your truth. You burn out chasing things you never actually wanted. You become a side character in your own damn life. And worst of all, you start to believe that this quiet, persistent ache is just how life is. But it's not. Let me tell you that again, it's not. You are not here to repeat loops. You're here to break them. You are not here to be placeholder. You're here to be a force. And that means rewriting the story, your narrative. Let me give you a 5-step framework with clear action steps that you can use right now to do this. So here I expand a 5-step roadmap to start your 30-day story reset. This isn't fluffy, it's deep work. And it's for those who are done with half of the truth and ready for inner fire. Step number 1. Unearth the current narrative. Before you rewrite your story, you must see the one you've been living. Ask yourself, what do I believe about who I am? Where did that belief come from? Who gave me that script? And do I still want it? Most of us are living stories we never consciously chose. Stories like, I have to work twice as hard to prove my worth. I'm not creative. Success is only real if it looks a certain way. These stories shape your identity and actions until you question them. Action for the next 3 days. Journal your inner dialogue. Listen to how you speak to yourself. Identify recurring themes. Don't edit, just observe. And then ask, who wrote this? See the patterns. Number 2, disrupt the false identity loops. Now that you see the story, interrupt it. This step is about actively challenging the false self you've unconsciously become loyal to. That version of you who's always fine, who says yes to things that drain you, who minimizes dreams, that's not the real you. It's the version built to survive, not to thrive. Action steps for this: create an I'm done list. List 10 beliefs, habits, or patterns you're done carrying. For each write where it came from, what it costs you, and what you're replacing it with. Let me give you an example. I'm done performing success. I choose authentic, aligned achievement. I'm done chasing people who don't see me. I choose radical self-honoring. Read it aloud daily. Let it hit your nervous system. Number 3, author a new identity blueprint. Here's where transformation begins. Now that the false story is exposed, you need to install a new one. Intentionally, consciously, powerful. I want you to ask, who am I becoming? What do I believe about myself now? What do I stand for? What no longer fits in the story I'm writing? And an action step for that: create your identity statement. It's one bold, clear paragraph that defines who you are now, who you are choosing to be. Let me give you an example. I'm a fiercely grounded creator, building a life of freedom, depth, and unapologetic expression. I'm a compassionate leader who owns her worth, makes powerful decisions, and honors her body and mind every day. And then print it, record it, say it every morning, 30 days. That's how you do it. With all these things, every single morning, 30 days. Read over it, just go and rehash it. And always make sure it is at the forefront of your mind. In the 30 days program that you do on my app, there we go deep dive into all sections of lives. Your beliefs, your narrative, your story, your resilience, everything. It's a meticulously crafted 30-day program that will change your life around. This is a small little blueprint out of it, so you can use this and see how this works for you. And I can tell you, when you do the work, it will work for you. But that's where it exactly stops. Most of the people, they get motivated, they resonate with it, they see, yeah, that's true, but they're actually never willing to do the work. So the question is, are you one of them, or are you happy to do the work? Step number 4, align your environment and actions. A new identity demands new structures. You can't rewrite your story and keep the same cast, stage, and soundtrack. Your environment, habits, routines, and people must reflect your new self. And what action does that require? Conduct a life audit. Split a page into 4 categories: people, habits, spaces, and daily language. Under each, list what supports your new identity and what sabotages it. Be ruthless with it. Then replace or restructure. Set phone boundaries with toxic influences. Redesign your workspace to feel like your future self lives there. Replace I should with I choose, and build a world that honors your becoming. Step number 5, sustain with ritual, reflection, and fire. Transformation without consistency is just inspiration or motivation. The final step is about stoking the flame, keeping your story alive through sacred repetition, micro celebrations, and internal recalibration. Action for that: create a 30-day ritual journal. Each night answer, what did I do today that reflected my new story? Where did the old story sneak in? What will I do tomorrow to reinforce my truth? And here's a little bonus for you. Choose a weekly ritual, a walk, a song, a sunset journaling moment that anchors you in who you're becoming. And please, tribe, take this on the path. Remember, change doesn't happen in big declarations. It happens in small, sacred repetitions. So what does that all mean, and how does that serve us? This isn't just about self-improvement. This is about self-liberation. Rewriting your story means taking back authorship of your life. It means no longer outsourcing your identity to trauma, trends, or the need for approval. It means becoming someone the old you would be proud of. When you own your story, you own your power. And when you live it out loud, you give others permission to do the same. Maybe your family, your brother, your sister, your kids, your wife, your peers, your colleagues, or the people that you lead. And that's how we change the world. Not by screaming louder, but by becoming the clearest, truest version of who we are. And let me share some real-world examples from clients and from the world in general. Viola Davis rewrote her story from childhood trauma to global powerhouse. Not by waiting for the world to crown her, but by claiming her truth through radical self-expression and discipline. Who doesn't remember Steve Jobs? He once said, "Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice." He didn't create Apple by following. He did it by rewriting the rules, and look where this brand is today. I've watched clients in my coaching program go from invisible to magnetic, simply by changing the story they tell themselves every morning. One client rewrote her narrative from always behind to strategically unstoppable. Within 1 month, her energy, decisions, and income shifted. This works, but only if you work it. So the point is, you need to put the work down. Don't just get motivated and inspired. Do the work. And if you don't know how to do it, reach out to me. I'm here for you. I will help you with it. Let me give you some advanced strategies. Neuroscience insight is always something that pulls the lever. The brain's reticular activating system filters information based on what it believes is important. When you consciously install a new identity, your RAS begins to filter out what no longer aligns and magnetizes what does. Use this to your advantage. Visualize your new identity daily. It's important. You have to do it. Speak it out loud. Reaffirm it in your physical space. And a psychological hack for that? Practice identity-centered habit design. Instead of focusing on outcomes like lose weight, focus on who you're becoming. I'm someone who moves daily because I respect my body. This makes habits sticky because they reinforce your core self, not just external goals. And that is powerful. So let me give you a weekly challenge for immediate implementation. Start your 30-day rewrite this week. Number 1, write your current story. 1 paragraph, raw and honest. Number 2, cross out every sentence that no longer serves you. Number 3, write a new story, one that sets your soul on fire. And number 4, record yourself reading it. Listen to it daily for the next 30 days. And then watch what shifts. And if you don't believe me, just try it and thank me later. And now I'll ask you one thing. If this episode lit a fire in you, don't let it go out. Share it with someone who's been stuck in survival mode. Tag me in your Rewrite Your Story commitment post. Subscribe my podcast, rate and review the 15-Minute Mondays. It helps me to reach more people ready to live boldly. That's all that I would ask from you. I love to share free self-improvement content with you. You can do with it whatever you want. And this is the small little thing that I ask in return. It doesn't take a lot of time. Copy the link of the episode, share it with 3 people on WhatsApp, share it with 3 people on Facebook Messenger, TikTok, Instagram, wherever you communicate. And I will be forever grateful because someone out there might just need to hear this one episode to turn their life around. And if you shared that, how amazing would that be? It becomes a movement. You can only change the world in your little sphere of influence. And this is the way how you can do it, because then it becomes multiple spheres and then it becomes massive. And as always, a special thanks to our sponsor, Marty Mushrooms, nourishing your mind and energy as you rewrite your life. If you want to know more about medical mushrooms, head to docmarty.com and use the code that I'm giving you now, DAN20, DAN20. This will give you an exclusive to the Success Blueprint 20% discount on your first purchase, and you won't regret it. Tribe, I want to leave you for the week with that one thought. You don't need permission. You don't need perfection. You just need to decide today, right now, that the old story ends right here. And then pen is in your hand, write something worth becoming. And that will be your new story. So I challenge you, are you the one that is willing to do the work? And with that, I leave you and I hope that you have a fantastic week. Thank you again for coming back and I hope to see you next week on the Success Blueprint and the 15-Minute Monday. This is Daniel Craig Johnson, your host with my promise, I'll be back. Take care, Tribe.